Okay, it is Thursday, May 22nd at 3:43 p.m. So the trading day is almost over. And I'm seeing all kinds of little flags out there today, little yellow, red flags flying around, and I'm going to tell you about it. I'm going to tell you what it means to you. First of all, let me just say this right out of the gate. Do not chase the sparkle without checking the floorboards, okay? Tech is up again. It's very glittery, but that does not mean the foundation is solid, okay? Long-term treasury yields are telling the story. They're jumping, weak bond demand, and it's just suggesting just deeper anxiety under the surface. Why? Because we have this whole budget nonsense going on. This is what's happening. Rally is running on caffeine and vibes, period. I will stand on that hill. I will die on that hill. The bonds are throwing shade, okay? When bond yields rise, it usually means that investors want more return to take on risk. And risk in this case means the risk of a government piling on more debt with no clear plan to manage it, right? So if you're nearing retirement or holding a traditional 60-40, you got to really think about that, right? Bonds are considered the safe investment, but I'm seeing little yellow lights. So what does this mean? This means you've got to revisit your risk budget. Now, there's short-term optimism. Employment numbers are pretty good. We had the tech bounce, Bitcoin rally, but it's seductive, right? So you got to ask yourself, well, what happens when the fiscal reckoning arrives? Now is a good moment to reassess that and think to oneself, what do I want to be doing with my money in the next 6 to 18 months? This doesn't mean bail out of the markets. Not at all. Not at all. But it is time to get smart. So in English, what this means is diversify like you mean it. This is the kind of market that reminds us that we're not the only game in town. International stocks, real assets, strategic cash reserves. This is what grown-ups do when they want to make sure they're adequately managing risk, especially in a lot of unknown pieces. There's just a lot we don't know yet. We don't know what the Senate's going to do with the budget bill. We really don't know. But there's still not a really good answer on how we're going to get enough income to pay for the things we need to pay for. So we've got to really look at that, guys. This is Congress really floundering around and the rest of the world crossing their arms going, all right, what are you jokers doing? So make sure you've got your cash reserves in place. Make sure you've thought through your runway. If you are concerned about employment, make sure that you have some provisions in your mind of what happens. What if I lose my job? If you're getting ready to retire, let's look at that 60-40 and see if it still makes sense. Let's talk about how you're going to pay your expenses over the next couple of years if you stop working. These are the conversations to be having right now.